Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Erlenberg, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and it's his last entry for the weekend lying competition. Angelina's still in the lead, and Talon's trying to get the weekend lie-in. Game on! Well, unlike Angelina, Talon only has one mark of excellence on the M53, M55, but that's not for want of trying. He does actually play occasionally, but he doesn't practice enough on this one, I think, and that's why he doesn't have the second mark, although he must be very close to getting it by now. It's based on the pattern tank, turned around, because of course the rear of the tank is actually at the front. And they started building these, or they made the first prototype in 1952. Now there's a big 8-inch howitzer in that turret, and it's capable of doing 900 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 52mm of armor, so it's got decent pen. Rounds out, he takes a bit of a snap, but he does get a hit. Right on target, the Super Conqueror loses 313 hit points of damage. He changes his position very well, does it excellently. You don't have to move very far, just a few inches either side. Well, more than a few inches, a few yards. But once you have moved enough, there's a good chance that the enemy is going to muck up the return of fire. He's actually going between the vehicles here. Oh, he gets both of them, and one goes down immediately, the Badger, and that picks up 677 stun assist off that shot alone. Excellent shot, because he damaged both enemy tanks, the Conqueror and the Badger, and the Badger happened to go down the next second. He's lining up a shot on the Superconch, and he's just spotted another enemy tank behind the Object 430, and he can probably make better use of the shell on that guy, and he does! And again, he hits two tanks with one shot, because the T10 was close enough to take some damage as well. So the enemy Superconch has gone down, but both tanks behind him also took hits. Now, the T10 was the one that had the least stun, but he's going for the 430U again, which is the correct decision. The 430U is the better of those two tanks, really. Rouse out, another direct hit. He hasn't missed a single shot. He did exactly what he meant to do when he placed the shell between the two tanks. Every shell has actually hit a target, but he did mean to get as much damage on the enemy as he could, and that's exactly what he's getting. Now, there was an enemy tank spotted. It was an Object 432, which is the one with the turret at the rear, and he was spotted in that wood. So he's actually moved to position. We just suddenly saw he's gone into the castle grounds, so unfortunately he didn't get advance warning of that. Too late to actually adjust his fire. Okay, he might be able to put the shell between those walls. I would say that they're a little too far back, and they're obscuring the rescue enough that he might find the shell will hit the wall rather than hit the CC1 Mark II. But it's worth a try, Because if he goes to the middle bit there, that looks right, rounds out. Oh my gum, he got it exactly right and wiped out the CC1 Mark II. So that was a truly excellent shot because it went between the walls and then hit the target. Perfect shot. Now he is moving, and with good reason. That 432 has got very, very close to him after that last shot. And he's decided he needs to get closer to the river or on the other bank. In fact, it's better to go onto the other bank. And, well, the object 432 has gone, but he's still better off from this position because now he can apply his attention to the enemy tanks on the east side of the map. And he's got one straight away who dies virtually immediately. That was a Leopard prototype, but we did see a Foch in the woods over here, and there he is. He's ready to go. Rounds out. It's a long-range shot. Oh, and he got massive stun assist off that one. 1,211. That was an incredible shot. His total has gone up to 2,614. It's getting close to an ace tanker. There's only one enemy left. It's the FB3805. There he is. And he dies before Talon can get a shot in. So the game is over, and it's a victory. That game was very close to a 15-0 victory, and Talon certainly helped his team to win that one. In fact, he got a first-class tanker out of that game, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and he got a Confederate as well, which means that he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate in the game, 1,809, which is very good. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, in this game, the highest damage went to the Centurion 7-1. He got 5,254 hit points. Second highest damage went to the 60 TP, 4,225. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the CC1 Mark II that he wiped out. He got 2,781 hit points. We can see that Talon actually picked up 1,709 hit points of damage in that game. But that's still about midfield. So it was about average on damage. I've seen Talon do a lot better, but I've seen him do a lot worse though. So that's actually a good result. When it came to kills though, you can see the highest scorer was that same Centurion 7-1. He got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the 60 TP, the Superconch, and the Object 752. Talon only got the 1 kill out of the game, but only one enemy actually got a kill in that game, and that was the Object 432, and that was the one that was closest to him when he decided to decamp out of that area and move to the river. And so it was a wise decision, because if that guy got closer, then Talon probably would have been the next one to go down. When it came to base XP, and this was a tier 10 game, the Centurion 7-1 did the best with 1,464. The only well, he's not the only one to get over 1,000 base, because the 752 got 1,070, the 60 TP got 1,034. He picked up a steel wall, and the Superconch got 1,008. But you can see the next one with a medal was Talon with 970, so he was just below 1,000, and he was in the top 5 in the game on base XP. He only fired 7 rounds. This is an exceptional game result for 7 shots, because normally you want to see between 11 to maybe 13 or 14 shots in a tier 10 to generate enough damage and also stun assist to make a difference. And that would lead you to around about an ace tanker. But he did it with only 7 shots, which explains why he only got the first class. He got 5 direct hits, no penetrations, but 8 splash. Damage of 1,709, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, kill 1, so only just made it to the Confederate, but he did hit a large number of tanks. Twice he actually scored 2 hits with just 1 shell during that game. 2,834 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns, and I think you can see there that, yes, virtually, well, every shell he fired did have an effect, because he only caused, well, no, it does not every shell, because the one he fired at the Object 432 M32 when he was on the island. That one didn't hit anything because there wasn't anything there. So some of the times he was stunning more than one tank with one shell. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 54,348 credits from the game and 2,910 experience points as well. But it's the end result that really counts, because I think you can see that Talon got a first-class bruiser and Confederate. And the best that Angelina came up with during that 2-week period was a second class, a fighter, a bruiser, and also a brothers in arms, which means, of course, that Talon beat Angelina. He had a first class beats the second, and that means he won the Weekend Lion on Sunday, yesterday. So congratulations to Talon for doing it again. We thought that Angelina was going to pull one back and get another victory, but no, it was really difficult for Talon during that week because he kept coming up with bad results. But all of a sudden, he got one really good game where everything hung together. And yes, it worked. And of course, he got that marvelous shot on the CC1 Mark II, where the shell just went straight between the gap. Because I'm certain that shell, if he aimed just slightly to one side, I think it would have hit the walls. And it didn't. It went right through, blew the thing to pieces at the other end. So a very good shot, that one. Even though it detracted from his Confederate, because of course he then had 7 and 1. But the fact of the matter is, it was a nice clean kill. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.